A number of civilians killed and injured by air raids on Saadah and Marib governorates. Saudi warplanes reattacked several Yemeni provinces. While Yemeni people renew protest against war silence. News in details from Yemen Today channel. I, Ahmed Mohammed Al-Faqi. In a France 24 interview, the chairman of Progress and Advancement Forum, Yahya Saleh, confirmed that sanctions taken by the Security Council against Yemen has been applied and pressured by Saudi Arabia for the media consumption only. To the report.
The member of the GPC, the head of Progress and Advancement Forum, confirmed in a televised interview that the penalties issued by the International Security Council against Yemen were being requested and under pressure Saudi Arabia in order to fabricate and justify the aggression on Yemen. This unjust decision at the first level taken by and over the Saudi Arabia and under the agreement of the International Security Council, and all these penalties issued against former President Ali Saleh and his son Ahmed, and 3 men from Ansarullah faction, to fabricate the facts and justify the aggression on Yemen. He pointed out that the coalition between GPC and Ansarullah group came after the unjust Saudi aggression on Yemeni people, leading to form the national factions to confront the aggression and the unjust war in Yemen. This national coalition came after the Saudi aggression on Yemen, and any party stand against the aggression to face the unjust war, we consider it a coalition. He also clarified that the non-legitimacy of Hadi finished in February 2014, and even if there is a dialogue, it should be with Saudi Arabia, the leader of aggression on Yemen.
Saudi warplanes resumed their bombardment on some areas in the directorate of Nehm of Sana'a Governorate. A local source mentioned that the Saudi Air Forces launched 2 raids on Madfoun and Yam areas of Nehm Directorate, accompanied by continuous hovering over the sky of the area. Eleven citizens were reported injured in raids by the Saudi warplanes on the districts of Razeh, Shada and Kitaf in the northern Saadah Governorate. Yemen Today correspondent reported that the Saudi Air Forces targeted the main road in the Berkan area of Razeh Directorate, which led to the injury of 11 people, including 3 women and 3 children. The correspondent added that the Saudi enemy raids targeted Sharfa area in the directorate of Shada, as well as another raid targeted Al-Jajar in the directorate of Kitaf and Al-Sabhan in Baqim. One person has been killed and 3 others wounded by 2 Saudi air raids on a citizen's house in Sirwah, Directorate of Marib Province. A local source reported that the Saudi Air Force targeted a house of a citizen in Dayiq Valley with 2 raids, adding that the first raid targeted the house and immediately followed by the second raid, which targeted the medics, killing 1 citizen and injuring 3 others. This comes in the context of the daily crimes committed by the Saudi aggression against the Yemeni people in different governorates. Saudi jet fighters reattacked several areas in Taz governorate. Local sources confirmed that the Saudi aircrafts raided Jabal al-Nar area of Muka Coastal Directorate. This comes hours after the targeting Al-Zahari and Al-Gharafi areas in the same directorate with 2 raid strikes, while in Maqbana the enemy's warplanes targeted Stones Crusher in Al-Barh area west of the directorate. The Saudi jet fighters have also continued their aggression on several areas of Lahj Governorate. Local sources have clarified that the Saudi warplanes launched 2 airstrikes on Al-Thabra public road in Al-Shurayja district. In the same governorate, the Saudi jet fighters resumed striking Kahbub of Al-Madariba district, southwest of Lahj Governorate. On the other side, residents of Al-Wahda district of the capital Sana'a have organized a vigil in front of the United Nations office in Sana'a in protest against Saudi-led coalition crimes against Yemeni civilians. The protesters have called on the UN and the international community to practice more pressure on the Saudi-led coalition to lift siege imposed on Yemen. They also condemned the war silence towards Saudi committed crimes in our country for more than 2 years. Blockade affects the life of everything in Yemen, on top children whom suffer the most. More details in the coming report.
Preterm and stunting children have become the biggest concern of doctors in Yemen. Those children's situations have become worse because of Saudi aggression and blockade on Yemen. Taking care of those children has become an impossible mission due to doctors' report forgotten suffering so long the focus is on resisting Saudi aggression. The reports of local and international organizations have confirmed the death of 1 Yemeni child every 10 minutes. Children's weight is incomplete. Some are no more than 800 grams. They live between life and death. Saudi aggression attempts hard to kill children in Yemen. Birth defects and cluster bombs have negatively affected embryos. Blood cancer and birth defects are common. Necessary medications are not available. Saudi blockade is the main reason. 2 million children in Yemen are suffering malnutrition. Among them, 460,000 with acute malnutrition. The situation is dreadful and needs urgent assistance and concern from local and international organizations. Aggression and blockade of Saudi Arabia have caused big humanity suffering in many areas in Yemen. Neither enough food nor medical equipment which help children survive.
Finally, a massive destruction to the building of Yemen Today channel due to the big explosion in Abtan in the 20th of April 2015 that caused by throwing a thermobaric bomb on the area of Abtan by the Saudi aggression, which led to the severe damages and losses. More details to come.
The Saudi aggression doesn't have any justification for its attack on Yemen and has no clear goals for this attack, in which it used various conventional and internationally prohibited weapons and ammunition. Nowadays, we are living the anniversary of 2 years after the big explosion that hit Abtan, which was caused by the Saudi aggression using the thermobaric bomb. That explosion, which changed the face of the area, killed and injured hundreds of residents, whose bodies were scattered then in the streets and destroyed the houses over the heads of dozens of them. Yemen Today channel was badly affected by the blasts caused by the Saudi aggression in cold blood and without regarding to the civilian or their properties. Extensive destruction and massive damages to the buildings of the channel and its equipment and means caused by the explosion, which led to the cessation of the broadcasting for 4 hours before the channel rebroadcast to reveal the truth of what had happened by the Saudi aggression against Yemen and its people. That channel recorded damages and losses estimated at $2 million, as well as other physical and psychological losses suffered by the staff and workers whom many of were affected by the big explosion during their work in the channel that day. Yemen Today channel was a witness to the horror of the crime, which hit Atan as its building was nearby the place where the bomb was thrown. Yemen Today is the voice of the truth and the tongue of the people in all over Yemen, no matter what, and despite the Saudi aggression.
And to the reminder of the news top stories one more time. A number of civilians killed and injured by the air raids on Saadah and Marib governorates. Saudi warplanes re-attack several Yemeni provinces. And Yemeni people renew protests against wall silence.